Tarot lovers, right? Our card of the day is the Magician, and we haven't had the Magician card for a long time. I haven't had it personally for a long time, so this is like really kicking in a little bit of manifestation power. So the Magician is number one here of the major arcana. So he's the first step of this full consciousness incarnating into the world, and he represents this. In a way, he represents the recognition that we are spirit. He's like, oh, I'm not a physical body, I'm spirit. And this is just a fraction of who I am. This is just a simple representation of a whole bunch of ideas that have collected into physical form and created this mass of cellular existence. But really, my essence is spirit, my essence is light, my essence is divinity, and it's not really confined by this physical matter like I believe it is. And it's this tapping into, it represents this tapping into a potential that is unlimited. And this is why it's the Magician, this is why it's magic. It's like it can create something from nothing. Why? Because we are everything in essence, and he is that glimpse, he is that awareness. Oh my God, I am everything in essence. And so he represents, in a way, opening a door to the first step of our spiritual path, where we open that door and we go, oh shit, I am spirit, and then we can't close that door again. You can't not know that. You can't not take away that glimpse out of your head that you have the light inside, that you are unlimited potential, that you are infinite in nature. This is the real beginning of something, and this is why he represents this first step. And once he's seen this, he goes, oh, well, if that's who I am, then I'm going to try and do, the will of the higher. I'm going to try and manifest divine will on earth. And so he reaches one hand up to the heavens, and he points the other hand down to earth and says, well, I'm going to be that channel. Why? Because that's what I'm here for. That's who I am. What does that mean? It might mean something different from everybody, because everybody's going to be a slightly different channel. It doesn't matter. But this higher will, this inner will, this is represented by taking our wand and going, bam, let's do some magic here. Let's create something from nothing. And the way we do that is we don't actually do the creating itself. We just become the channel of it. And everything can come through us, but it doesn't have to be tainted by our ego. The Magician represents this first experience of, oh my gosh, I'm not my ego. I'm not that my little self. And because he gets that experience, he realizes that anything can happen, that he really can tap into a potential which is infinite in nature. So he has the four elements on the table here, and the four elements are the four suits of the tarot and his four levels of consciousness. This is his mind, his emotions, his connection to heart and spirit and intuition, and his action, his physical body. And he's going to tune in all of his elements to one purpose, and the purpose of his life is to choose consciously to align his feelings into what he is intuiting or feeling guided to do. He's going to align his thoughts and plan and rationally understand why and focus on how, and make a plan, get rational, get intellectual, understand what his programs are, understand what he wants his programs to be, intellectually change them, change the way your brain thinks. Why not? Let's do that brain work as well. And physically he's willing to get in touch with his heart and actually act upon what it is he wants. He knows how to tune his feelings into appreciation and love and compassion, and he knows the importance of this, and he knows that aligning all of these different elements that he has, these tools of different bodily consciousness that he can bring into alignment to when he receives this guidance from his inner self or from the higher self, and he understands, oh, I got to go and do that. Then he knows how to make it happen. He'll just tune in his feelings, he'll align his thoughts, and he'll align his actions into one goal, and it won't be an egotistical goal. So in a way he represents this free will and choice, but he's choosing to give his will and choice to what would be like a higher quite often more communal good, or a higher good, and very altruistic in nature. Um, he's that part of us that stops getting in our own way. He teaches us to, hey, he's in tune with the desire, the will of the universe, and so he stops being his own limitations, and he gets into the flow zone of life, and he represents being in the flow and being that direct channel for infinite possibilities to come through. And so when we tap into the magician, it's about, hey, connecting to this purity inside of us so that we can start to believe. And the how is quite simple, but we can actually start to believe and know deep down that we can really create and manifest infinite realities, and any realities, and the only thing that's really holding us back is our own imagination. And to tap into this higher will and this higher guidance is to expand your imagination and to get enthusiastic and excited about something that you might previously have thought impossible, but in reality it's not, because this world is friggin' magic and so are you, and let's go out and create and manifest some amazing realities. That's the message of the magician today. I hope it can lift you up and get your fingers out and go and do something more beautiful and more positive and share something amazing with this world. All my love.